this idea of getting bought out by a bigger company, something that entrepreneurs strive for, dream of. I was lucky enough at Forrestal to, have an exit, albeit a whole lot smaller than some of yours, but your first business was acquired by Cisco for $369 million. Sandvine was also acquired for $440 million. Incredible numbers. Couple questions on this. How do you know, or how do you decide when it's the right time to sell your company?
Well, in both those cases, Pickstream and Sandvine, I think the secret was not to be for sale. To focus on being the leader in your business, Pickstream in video networking, Sandvine in delivering great quality of experience for people on the internet. And I think you will have a much more successful exit when your business is bought versus when it's sold and someone comes to buy it. And probably different lessons from each one. At Pickstream, we developed a great partnership with Cisco Systems and a bunch of other networking equipment companies. And so it was through that partnership where, hey, they started noticing when people buy Pickstream equipment, they buy a whole lot more Cisco networking equipment to go along with it, because, we're up here delivering the TV signals through the network. Well, the network is much, much bigger, and, every modem, every router, every switch, all the way through there, they probably got $10 to $100 for every dollar that we got. But on every one of our projects, it was a super innovative early adopter telephone company looking to start delivering TV services. And the same is true with Sandvine, in that we were a publicly traded company. We were, grew the business to about $130 million US dollars. All the numbers we've been talking about here have been US dollars. And we became the clear number one player. And when private equity is looking to make acquisitions, they're looking for the top player in the space to, have a platform to build their companies around in that space, to be a clear leader. And so I guess the secret to selling your company is not selling it, trying to sell it, but trying to build the leader in the space.
Is there anything that companies should get? So although they shouldn't be selling, is there anything that they should be doing to get ready for sale, to be able to have that successful exit?
Obviously, no sale is going to go through without proper due diligence. And so the more organized you could have your business in terms of when someone asks a question, you could very easily provide that information. That's good. Know who your advisors or your partners are going to be in helping you sell. In large companies like Pickstream and Sandvine, these are going to be investment bankers that are going to do it. In smaller businesses, it might be some of the accounting firms, or it might even be a commercial real estate agent that could help you. I would say, make sure you're developing those partnerships and those relationships with folks that you think could really give you really great advice when you're going through that process. But I wouldn't spend a lot of time preparing to be sold, because that's going to be all crunch work that you're going to be working around the clock to get that when that time happens anyway. That time is better spent ahead of time just building a super successful business, and also partnering with the companies that you think might be good companies for you to acquire, or potentially for them to acquire you.
Yeah, great point. How about valuation? How do you know if you're getting a fair deal? I think everyone always wants a little bit more. There's all kinds of,
business metrics out there that will tell you relative to other transactions that have happened. But I think the honest answer is, when you do decide that you're going to sell your business, make sure there's more than one person at the party. You know what it's like when you're bidding business. If you think you're the only person bidding it, that price might be a little bit more fair than if you know 3 other people are bidding that business. And so I think the obvious answer is, make sure there's more than one other party at the party for when it's happening.
Dave, you've shared with me in the past that a deal's not done until the money's in the bank. It's raising money, selling a business is not for the faint of heart. Can you share with our listeners a little bit of what the journey's like in, getting one of these acquisitions across the finish line?
Oh, it always takes longer than you think. There's always going to be moments of frustration in due diligence on, hey, didn't we already give them that material? Or why do they want to see it this, 5th different way, or that sort of thing? And you have to keep your eye on the prize and just know that anything could happen, and something could happen in the world that's going to tank your deal, or all of a sudden you could have a really bad month or quarter, and that might tank the deal, or the company that's acquiring you might have a really bad month or quarter, and that might tank the deal. And so I always like to say, keep the ball in the other person's court. If you say you're going to get them something, don't go to bed that night until you've gotten them that something, because you give them a built-in excuse to delay for another day. Say, well, I'm still waiting for that thing you said you were going to give me. And so whenever you say you're going, you could get something, every acquirer is going to always say, yeah, I want that. And they will write it down. And you've just given them an excuse to delay the deal. And so it's super stressful. It takes a lot more time. It takes a lot more hours in the day. But keep the ball in their court and ask, do you have everything you need to make the decision? And I think that's one of the most powerful questions you could ask, because they're either going to tell you they need to do something on their end, or they're going to tell you that they need something from you to move forward. And you got to be listened very carefully. And if they need something from you, don't go to bed that night until you get it to them.
Such great advice, Dave. It's it's definitely a hurry up and wait game, and be prepared to make great decisions quickly. Hand them right back to those to the other party. I love that. Don't go to bed without giving the answer back. Put the ball back over it.